I'm Brooke Fraser and you're watching Moshcam. I feel like I have been in the longest labour in the world and I'm finally pushing and the baby is crowning and about to be fully emerged and in the world, and so right now I'm ready to be done with the pushing and to like hold the baby and go, see everyone, here is my baby. That's how I feel. I think we probably knew that, I knew as soon as I finished the song Psychosocial in the studio that I wanted to put that out there first, but kind of was also aware it might freak people out because it's a bit of an extreme song on the album. So Kings and Queens had kind of been agreed upon between me and my team as that should be the first single, and I kind of felt like it was a song that might bring back some people who might have been a bit freaked out, but kind of also reach a whole bunch of new people that had never heard the music before, and kind of seemed like the consensus was that would be the right choice. I definitely set out to do something completely different to everything I'd done before. I've made 3 albums of the same ilk, you know, the same parentage, and I kind of felt like I wanted to hear my own voice in a different context, both my physical voice and my voice as a writer as well. So I kind of set out to do that. Didn't know exactly what that would look like at the end, but just kind of had an instinct that this is kind of where I should start, the path I should start travelling down. And so it was kind of a long journey. It was a 1.5 to 2 years of writing and kind of honing that thing, but I'm pretty pleased that, that I went on that journey and that this is where we ended up. It's actually been really, really good. I think people were ready for me to do something different as well. I think people were ready for me to try new things and have kind of, you know, and I'm so grateful. People have stuck with me for a lot of people have stuck with me for a really long time now. You know, this is my 4th record, and so I think I owed it to them as well to show them Brooke Fraser in a different context, and to keep growing as a writer and as an artist. And so their reaction has been so good, which has just made me really happy. Yeah, Brutal Romantic is really kind of the sound of the album, I think, and you know, I set out to, I'd always traditionally put my voice, which is kind of a bit warm and breathy, against very lush organic sounds, and I wanted to see what would happen if I put that warm breathy voice against mechanical cold textures and spiky things sonically, and so kind of there's, you know, the tension and balance of that is, I think, reflected in those 2 words, brutal romantic, and kind of across many of the things that we've done with the sound across the whole record. So I've been in rehearsals with the band for about a month or so now over in LA, and kind of Psychosocial is a bit of a fun one. I'm using this kind of really strange radio microphone which is distorting my voice, like kind of in an analog way kind of through, which is really fun. And Brutal Romance, with the song off the album, Brutal Romantic, is kind of a really, really amazing, fun, joyous song for me to sing. So there are a lot of moments actually which I'm really, really enjoying live, yeah. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to coming back to Australia. I've toured America and Europe really, really extensively over the past few years, but I only got to do a handful of shows here on my last record, which was, you know, 4 years ago now, and then didn't get a chance to come back. So just to come back to Australia and play those places, particularly Perth, which I haven't played in since my 2nd record, which was 8 years ago. So when I was 10 years old, obviously, and so yeah, really looking forward to like going back and playing for people who I've kept waiting for way too long. Yeah. It sounds really shallow and superficial and carnal almost, but I love coffee, and I live in LA and the coffee is terrible. So when I come to Australia and New Zealand, I just want an amazing flat white. Like it just takes me to heaven. I know it's a very un-rock and roll, it's not remotely cool, but it's just like, it's my happy place, yeah, my nirvana, yeah. Always have a bit of a nervous blue, and then kind of a band huddle generally is the vibe, yeah, those 2 things. Oh my gosh. I've had many fan encounters. Most are utterly wonderful, but I have I was playing in Germany a couple of years ago, and I was about to go and do the meet and greet, and I don't know why there was like the band was, I guess, packing down, and I don't know where the tour manager was, but I found myself alone in the green room, and then all of a sudden I heard someone kind of like break in the venue door at the back, like through outside, and I was like, and then I just heard these German voices going, Brooke, Brooke, and I was like, oh my gosh. And there was no lock, and for some reason, I don't know why, this was a completely irrational way to respond, but I was like, they're coming in, I don't know what to do. And so I barricaded my body against the door, and these Germans banging on the door going, Brooke, we know you're in there. And it was like a really creepy voice. And I was just like, I just lay against the door, and I was just trying not to make any sound. And then, because I was going to meet everyone in like 5 minutes, but these people, I just couldn't wait, so they Brooke, we know you're in there. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Just a massage therapist in every location. Probably very normal, but that's totally my dream. And flat whites. Everywhere in the world, just flat whites. Massage and flat whites. For more of this, subscribe here.